Gina Rinehart may be after a board seat on Fairfax, but it was James Packer who made the front page of Fairfax mastheads today. Mr Packer is turning up the heat on the board of Echo Entertainment, and particularly its chairman, as part of his strategy to win a second casino licence in Sydney. His action has raised questions around taking control by stealth. Andrew Robertson reports.
Australia's billionaires like getting their own way. If it's not Gerry Harvey complaining about the taxing of online sales, it's Andrew Forrest on the mining tax, Clive Palmer accusing the CIA of undermining the coal industry, and now James Packer and Gina Rinehart are locked in battle with company chairmen who don't want them on their boards.
Australia seems to be entering a new era of billionaire oligarchs, not unlike Russia, which is a country that we would not wish to be compared with either politically or economically.
James Packer has upped the ante in his attempt to get control of Sydney's Star Casino, writing an open letter to all shareholders of Star's parent company, Echo Entertainment, demanding an extraordinary general meeting to remove company chairman John Storey.
What we're seeing play out here is another approach to really get that finger in the pie, to have some controlling interest and some say with regards to a future strategy of Echo, which one would assume Mr Packer would be hoping would ultimately lead to a favourable outcome.
Among a series of allegations, Mr Packer claims John Storey has presided over a period of serious underperformance for Echo's casinos, and also claims Mr Storey should take responsibility for the recent sexual harassment scandal which led to the sacking of Star's managing director. For shareholder activist Stephen Mayne, though, that's not the real story.
They're throwing their weight around and they're attempting to use media campaigns and aggressive tactics to gain control over public companies. Control through the back door. They should be coming in the front door and making full takeover bids for all shareholders if they want to play this at a game.
Mr Packer wants to replace John Storey with former Victorian Premier Jeff Kennett. Stephen Mayne was a press secretary to Mr Kennett during his time as Premier.
And there's also the whole history that the Packer family had in dealing with Jeff Kennett when he was Premier of Victoria, and allowed a whole bunch of things to happen around Crown Casino which were controversial in governance terms almost 20 years ago.
Whatever the merits of James Packer's tactics, there are some who believe that from a business point of view he's striking at the right time. Echo Entertainment has been underperforming Mr Packer's Crown casinos recently, and people like fund manager Elio D'Amato say it's time for Echo chairman John Storey to deliver.
Mr Storey has to convince shareholders that his faith and turnaround and his plans to develop the venue are going to be successful pretty quickly, because Tabcorp got a little bit frustrated with it over time, and ultimately shareholders will if we don't see an immediate result.
Elio D'Amato believes James Packer will need at least 51% of Echo's shares to get a board seat because Crown directly competes with Star. Both Mr Packer and Echo Entertainment refused invitations to be in this report. Echo has also yet to respond to Mr Packer's demand for that extraordinary general meeting.